Hi, I'm Mark Atobri, folks, and today's video is the truth about veganism in 5. And the truth about veganism in 5 is that whether you're a vegan or a meat eater, it really doesn't matter. We're past that point from the world food supply. Now, let me get down to it. There have been a lot of Netflix documentaries that have been recently produced to really discourage the eating of meat and that kind of farming. Well, whilst these documentaries make excellent points and that CAFOs and factory farming is wrong on every single level, and it should be abolished, and we are torturing cows and all those kind of things, and it's just not on, and it's not the way I want to see the world to go. But the reality is, if you do make the conscious decision to be a vegan, what's going to happen is you're probably going to fall under the area that you're probably going to start consuming more wheat and soy. Now, in doing those, you need to understand that you're still giving money eating those foods to the same people who are torturing these animals. So Monsanto, one of the world's biggest producers of soy in the world, I think it's 98% of soy comes from Monsanto. You're giving money to the same people. Wheat is often grown just for the feedlots. So 80% of the wheat that's grown in the US, for example, is then given to those animals in CAFOs. So it's not a case of that it's enough just to say, okay, I'm a vegan, that's going to solve things. We really need to dig a little bit deeper, and here's why. If you look in Australia, the grocery market and the retail grocery market here in Australia, it's something like 70 to 80% of the retail grocery market is controlled by Coles and Woolworths. So as a vegan, it really doesn't matter whether you're buying soy from Coles or whether you're buying meat from Coles, you're still giving money to the same people. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important because Woolies and Coles are the very ones who are responsible for driving prices of animal produce and animal products down, which then forces the farmer to produce more. You've got to look at it from a commercial sense. So in saying that, Coles, with their dollar of milk, you've got to realize how much would the farmer have to sell that dollar of milk for to make any profit or to keep up with the demands on their farm. The volumes are going to be huge, which of course then they're going to start cutting corners and putting the animal under more stress so they can produce milk. Now, if you're a vegan, you're conscious about this, stop buying from Coles. Stop buying. So I don't have a problem if someone is vegan and make that conscious choice, but do it for the right reasons and do it sensibly. So I think the best thing, whether you're a meat eater or whether you're a vegan, is to buy local. I think this is really where we need to go as conscious humans, and especially one if you are going to be a vegan or a conscious meat eater, is you need to buy local. You need to get in contact with your farmer. And in saying that, I spoke to a great Aussie farmer down in Queensland the other week. And he has an organic farm and he sells organic eggs. And he was telling me that to produce his eggs, it costs around $4 to $5 just to produce the organic eggs. That's cost. That's what it costs out of his pocket, $4 to $5. So he will sell to supermarkets and other places for $6. So he'll usually make $1 on that carton of eggs. Now, in saying that, $1 is not a huge amount of money for the effort that goes into organic farming. Now, in saying that, Coles will whack on $4 or $5. Now, I say, well, let's cut out the middleman. Let's cut out Coles and go direct to the farmer. We get it at better prices, and then the farmers start to realize that they can rely on the consumer to do the right thing, not relying on the retail grocery market or the grocer of Coles and Woolworths. But if we are going to make it out of this mess, we need to really look at what the big issue is. And the big issue, I believe, in my humble opinion, is the bastardization of our food distribution, in the sense that we used to go direct to the farmer, and now we have supermarkets doing it for us. Now, whilst they might be convenient, I also want you to realize the mass effect that it has on the environment. Again, for the vegans watching, you need to pay attention to this. And why I say that is because approximately in Australia, 30% of our fruits and vegetables are thrown out every year. 30% of all fruits and vegetables are thrown out every year simply because they look different to the fruits and vegetables that they're sold in the supermarket. So we're trained to make an apple look like a circle, and that's what an apple looks like, and it's not supposed to have any dirt on it and all that kind of thing. Folks, it doesn't work like that in nature. Just take a look at humans. Humans come in different shapes and sizes, so should your fruit and vegetables. Now, in places like Sweden, they've embraced the fact that fruits come in different shapes and sizes, and they have the kind of, it's called the not quite right section of the supermarket, and these fruits are now being sold at a discounted rate, but used because there's nothing wrong with them other than the fact that they look a little bit different. But also consider how many billions of water that goes into producing that fruit, and it's a very, very sad state of affairs. So again, if we're going to make an active choice and you're going to be a vegan, make the active choice to buy local, because it's not enough just simply putting up your hand and saying, I'm going to be a vegan, I'm inspired by these documentaries. I think it's great that these documentaries have inspired people to see food as a political issue, because that's certainly something that needs to happen, and that's the change that needs to happen, my push towards it, whether you become a vegan or you remain a meat eater, I don't really think at this point it matters. I think what matters most is that you support your local farmer, and your local farmer is going to be different to my local farmer. You need to get in contact with your local farmer. I hope this video helps. I hope this video inspires. Please do share it on all the interwebs and Facebook and Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff. Till then, my name is Marco Tobry. I'm the owner here at Enterprise Fitness. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like us on Facebook. Train hard, supplement smart, and eat well.